Good morning from Smoky Mountain Chickens. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. So, got a little project today. I'm going to make a little reflective mirror ball for the hawk deterrent. So, I got this out of the craft section. It's a foam ball, and I found some little pieces of mirror. I'm going to hot glue them. I'm going to attempt to hot glue them to it. And my husband has drilled a hole through it with some wire. And we're going to hang it so it can kind of spin and reflect back light, and it's supposedly supposed to scare away the hawks or maybe be a little bit of a deterrent. So I try to do, little things here and there that'll help, just because my chickens are, in and out all day in the open sky. We don't have a huge problem over here, but every now and then, something will fly over, and I hope that, maybe the deterrents I have out here will keep them away. Sometimes that's the issues you run into, if you choose to free range your chickens or have them in an open, fenced area like I do. I know they really enjoy it, so I just try to keep watch for things like that. Oh goodness. Okay, so this little culprit tried to fly. He didn't really try to fly over the fence, but I was standing there, so he flew up on the top to greet me. So I don't want him to continue doing that. The others might see him and they might try to fly over. I don't know. No one else has, so I clipped his wings, and I'll show you guys how I do that. So I take one side. I don't do both. And I'll show an example on the side that I didn't do. So these first 10 feathers are their flat feathers, and then they've got another row behind it. You only have to do one side because it gets them off balance. So I did the first ones, and I cut right to this line right here of these next feathers growing in, because you don't want to cut into the blood feather where it's got circulation. And you can look and see. You can look on the bottom side. So I just clipped those first 10. He's still got some more. He could probably get up still a little bit, but I don't want him escaping out of the fence. It doesn't hurt him, as you can see, and they'll grow back. You can do it every time they have a molt, but we don't want you leaving. You might not have left, but I don't know. You might teach everybody else bad habits. All right, walkabout time. Check the chicken time. Let's see who's hanging out in here. Got a few out in the yard. It's really pretty. It got cold last night, like 32. Unfortunately, you still have to burn the wood stove every now and then this time of year, but I'm so ready to be done doing it and it to stay warm. But at least we're having these warm days. Just give me hope. Look at all these chickens in here. Y'all just like hanging out in here, don't you? What are you doing? What are you doing? I have a few in the nesting box, and they're just in and out all day. Got some out here. Right there. Staying busy, so I'm going to check the nesting boxes. I still have somebody in there. I think it's pine cone. No? I don't know who that is. Yes, it is pine cone. Hello, pine cone. You want to lay us an egg? Okay, so another day of using the droppings board. Loving it still. It's great. So easy to clean off, and I don't have to worry about it all down on the floor. And I'm liking it a lot, and it's keeping my nesting boxes clean too down here. So that's good. I think I'm going to get something to put on top of my water because they're getting up there. They make like these little covers that you can get. I saw on Amazon for these buckets. So I think I'm going to get one. It kind of is like a dome, and they can't get up here and roost on it. Sit, do whatever they're doing, pooping all over it. Crazy little chickens. What are you doing? And I have different bowls sitting around. I have one here, and I have one back there. And I have one on my porch area. And I have one, oh, somebody's after a bee. And I have one on my porch area. Just because I integrated the chickens, I thought it would be a good idea to give separate areas to eat, because sometimes when you have different chickens integrating, they are bossy on who eats, you know, out of this bowl or that bowl. So it's working good. If somebody's over here and somebody else wants to eat, you know, from another team or whoever, you know, you want to call them, the other crew, they can go outside and eat while the other crew's in here eating. So I come out here about 9:30 last night just to check to see what the sleeping status was with the birds, and they were all actually going over there to the roosting bar and integrating together. Like one night they slept in separate sections. They just weren't used to being together, but they're getting used to each other. So I think they're all going to eventually be over here sleeping. I think everybody was up here except for a rooster. He was still walking around looking for a sleeping spot, but nobody was picking on him or anything like that. So I'm sure he got up there. And it's getting warm today. So I'm going to crack these windows, which is lovely because they let a lot of airflow come in and out. And if I open that one, and then these down here, I've got a lot of cross ventilation. So when it warms up a lot, I'll keep all this open. Probably even this big door as well. I got some dust bathers. Guys in here dust bathing, getting clean, taking your daily baths. Dust bathing is great for chickens. It helps keep off parasites and bugs and all that. It's just kind of like a bath, you know, that we take with water, but they take it with dirt or whatever, you know, you want to use for your dust bathing areas. I use wood ash for my stove, and I have First Saturday lime I'll mix in, and then they'll just dust in this bedding as well. But you can make specific little areas to do that. What are you all talking about? All right, let's say hello to the yard chickens and see what they're up to before I go inside and work on my little project. What are you guys doing? This is my older crew. Hagrid and Harry and his group. And then this is my younger crew and Miss Blueberry. I utilized my kids' Frisbee and put some food in it this morning. Found it in the yard, so I just took it. Gave them some food, put in it. Get them. They're probably gonna fuss because my husband's gonna come out and mow, so they're probably gonna run inside. First mowing of the year. Oh, and I think they're headed back inside. They don't want no part of that, I don't think, until they get used to it. Maybe a few of them will stay out, I don't know. So they're just in and out all day. They're funny to watch run in and out too. Except for Miss Blueberry, she's gonna stay here with me. All right, well, I'm headed in for my project, and then we're gonna hang it and see how it works. Also, if you guys want a quick snippet of the little babies that I have in here, I will show y'all. I think I have 8 left. Let's check them out. There they are. Looking sweet. Look at that little chick. Looking at the bigger ones. They're all trying to figure it out too. What are you? How cute. How funny. They're all staring in amazement. You'll be there one day. Yes, one day you'll be there too. Yeah. They're scared of it. Oh my. Them silly chickens. Them silly chickens.